Hello, welcome back to Inaudible, the podcast that is impossible to listen to. So I found one. Do you remember those little things? Do you remember those things? Yeah.
Those things, yeah. I remember.
But just
lovely things.
In case
Lovely
anyone
things.
who doesn't remember, they were called.
Okay.
Let me find the name. Tangle, and it was like a little, like
Oh my god, I loved those as a kid.
of curved bits of plastic that you just kind of spin around and mess with. Someone
Those are
reminded
great.
me of it earlier, so I went and got it out, and I've just been fiddling with it all day. Good to keep your fingers busy. And I found some juggling balls, and I've been learning to juggle. I'm gonna turn into a circusman.
Okay. Well, only thing you're good for, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Run away with the circus. That's all I've got left.
Yeah.
Because I thought, because I got them when I was like, single digits kid, maybe 11, 12 or something. And I could only ever manage like...
Before you grew the other digits of your hand.
Yeah, exactly. I just had one, so it made it quite difficult to juggle with just one
Yeah.
finger on each hand. But it wasn't one narrow finger. It was like the same width as 5 fingers, but fused together.
Like a mitten.
So you'd think that would be easier, but it's good for things like table tennis, but not for juggling.
So a bit like a mitten.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the Doctor Who episode Night Terrors?
That was under my uncle's flats.
Oh.
Well,
But then
old
you-
flats now, but
We
yeah.
all know all about the creepy characters with their fused together hands. That's what I was like. as
Oh,
a
that.
kid.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what one you're on about now.
That was when I met Matt Smith and made a complete...
Oh yeah, we've heard that
So
story.
awkward.
Smack me.
Oh,
Anyone who hasn't has
embarrassing.
to trawl through the past 215 episodes to find it. I don't know which one it was in. But yeah, I could never get good at juggling. I could only do like one loop just about, and then I drop them all. So I thought, look at this, and I thought, hang on a minute, I spend my entire life throwing things up and catching them. It's like an obsession. So maybe I'll give this another go. And I got to like 2 or 3 loops, and that was immediately a personal best. So I thought, maybe I'll actually practice this now that I'm an adult and have hand-eye coordination. My heart hurts when I cough now.
Oh.
I'm not
Oh, that's
enjoying
good.
not enjoying the come down from the Rona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So if you don't hear from me, I've died. Heart attack.
God.
Yeah. No. Keep an eye on it, maybe.
Yeah, I'll cut myself open and keep an eye.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on it.
Oh no, get someone else's eye. Put that on it.
Put that in. Oh yeah, keep it under the
Yeah.
skin.
Ooh.
With
Like, have you seen The Mummy? Like the little...
yes, yeah,
You know what I'm on about then.
the scarab.
Yeah.
I have been listening to some big finishes. I finished the Lost Stories with Colin Baker, and I quite enjoyed
Okay,
the one
yeah.
that was called The Macros, which is where there's like this civilization in a lower dimension or something that's draining all the power source of the higher dimension. I thought
Yes,
it was actually just quite a good
that-
story, and it reminded me of Flatline a little bit.
I know, yeah. I do think I vaguely remember. It's been a while, but I do
Yeah.
have the memories. That was with Perry, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Big up, big finish. Do we know when the Lesser Who will be back on
I
the
think
box?
well, we kind of guessed Easter. I've seen a few people
Yeah.
saying that, so I don't know if that's
Oh, okay.
confirmed.
Okay.
Doctor Who 2022 specules. Let's see if it says yet. No, it just still says early 2022.
Speculations.
No speculations left. We don't even know the
No
title of
speculations
the
for the specules.
third one yet. We're trying to avoid that if we can, I guess.
Yeah, we'll try. Is that she's going to regenerate in that as well, isn't she? So,
Yeah.
So you'd think between the next one and then there'd be some kind of announcement.
Yeah, it's funny actually. I was thinking about this earlier, wondering who it could be, and I was thinking the smart money is you got to look at the cast list of It's a Sin and Years, and it's going to be one of them most likely because they tend to work with people they've worked with, or Russell T Davies does anyway, that he's worked with recently.
Okay.
Especially there were a few of the people from Years and Years were in It's a Sin as well. He kind of just uses the same people. So I mean, Russell Tovey is in Years and Years, and his name was bandied about several Doctors ago, and that never went anywhere.
Yeah.
So that might be an interesting one. Rory Kinnear, I would quite like as the Doctor, because he's a Shakespearean actor, you know.
Oh.
But he's done like serious roles, but he's also done really silly roles. Like he's been in like primetime silly sitcoms and things like that as well.
Okay.
So he's not like above Doctor Who, if you see what I mean.
Okay.
I think he'd be good. And there's another girl, I can't remember her name. She was in Years and Years and It's a Sin. Lydia West, that's it. Because she's quite she's quite a good youngish actress, and she'd kind of be a bit of an unknown. So I think it'd be interesting to see how she kind of made the character hers, if you kind of thing. And they like casting relative unknowns, I think, don't they?
Matt Smith was pretty much unknown before he became Doctor Who.
Yeah, because there was just like one clip of him that every news show had to show again and again and again, because it was the only bit they could see of him.
He was only in one thing.
Yeah.
They tend to do a little bit of both, because obviously Chris Eccleston was a decent name.
Yeah.
David Tennant was, but wasn't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's kind of half and half, really, isn't it?
Then Matt Smith was unknown, but then Peter Capaldi was well known.
Yeah,
But
and then Jodie Whittaker, I think not many people could have named her.
No.
Although she'd been in like a few things.
She was kind of a hot name at the time because of Broadchurch.
Yeah, she'd been in Broadchurch. That's where
But
people knew her
apart from that, no one would have really... Yeah.
Everyone always has been banding about, I've forgotten the guy's name now. He's actually the lead singer of Years and Years, funnily enough, unrelated to the TV show. And he was in It's a Sin. Ollie Alexander, that's it. I haven't really seen him in anything. I've watched a few clips of It's a Sin to see what he was like.
I will say 90% of this is just names, but...
Yeah, he's a big fan of Doctor Who as well, apparently, so...
Okay.
That'd be an interesting one.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
It's a step up from the last time.
Yeah. But yeah, really, whoever it is, you just want to make sure that they research the character. Because Matt Smith wasn't a Doctor Who fan, but he went and actually researched the character, including Classic, and understood it. And there was the guy who played Matt in Wheel of Time. I don't know if he was a fan of the books or not, but he got in touch with like some of the fan video makers and things like that, asking them what what their opinion was of how Matt should be played, and he cornered Brandon Sanderson, who finished the books after the original author died, at some of the filmings, and started asking him question after question about how to portray Matt. An actor who does his research.
There's the point the guy turns around and he's like, "Fuck off! I stopped writing the books. I'm done." I don't want people just coming up to me asking me like 50 fucking questions. Who the fuck are you?
But the point is,
No, I'm joking,
he
I'm
was
joking.
the best. He was the best performance in that whole show.
Okay,
and this is a show with big names like I've forgotten her name. The main lady. Yeah, but this guy had the best performance, but he clearly researched the character, and that's the difference, isn't it? So whoever they pick as the Doctor, as long as they do their job.
Okay, no.
That guy who played Matt, annoyingly, the best thing about that series was sacked, reportedly, for refusing to be vaccinated.
Wow.
Which sucks, because they recast him for Series 2, which is bollocks, because like I said, he was the best thing in that series. Oh well. Tracy Ann Oberman was in It's a Sin. Do you reckon she'd make a good Doctor Who?
I've seen her in that.
She was Yvonne Hartman in Torchwood, from Torchwood.
I think I've only seen her in that, and
wasn't she in EastEnders as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know she was in EastEnders. I haven't seen her in either.
I forgot she was in EastEnders. Neil Patrick Harris. If they cast an American, I'm quitting Doctor Who.
I think he'd be pretty good as a Doctor. He was in It's a Sin as well. He does actually, he's an alright.
Not British.
accent.
Yeah, I was just looking down the cast list, seeing if there's any cool names in there.
Okay.
The whole room at the moment is David Tennant in there, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if he come back or not.
They can't. Like I said, just as a shark jump. That's not.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous if they do that. Keely Hawes. She's a good actress. I don't know most of these names, to be honest. Oh, this guy's name is David Fleischman. That's so close to Fleshman. It makes it sound like he peels off people's skin or something.
Oh,
I am the Flesh Man. Oh yeah, it's my 30th birthday next Wednesday. That's
happy birthday for that.
That's my news. So on the weekend, I'm flying straight out to Switzerland and checking myself into Dignitas because life is over.
God. Jesus.
I'm conscious that I've just been talking for half an hour. No one else want to say anything.
I haven't really got much news. I mean,
No.
yeah, the only news I have are just doctors being, idiots.
Oh,
Well, that's a bit personal.
That's a bit personal,
yeah,
so,
it's
yeah.
up to you whether you...
it's not their fault, Alex. It's just how she's written.
What? I get it. Oh, God.
So we got the thing, presumably at Easter.
Easter,
We'll have a thing.
a thing.
It's the anniversary of the BBC, isn't it? So whenever that is,
So
it'll probably be...
that would be the final, yeah.
Oh, centenary. Doesn't say what month what month it is. But yeah, would have been...
Did the TV start in like 2022?
Must
I
have
mean,
done.
1922.
Oh no, BBC. The BBC, they would have been radio.
Oh, okay. I haven't looked into the history of the BBC, to be fair.
Yeah, it started off as radio.
Radio B, Radio C.
Yeah. This was the... So did it start with AAA and then AAB? It's just gone all the way up.
Yeah. They
So the next
worked their
one
way
would
up over
BBD.
BBD, yeah. British Broadcasting Department.
Oh yeah, that works.
British Broadcasting...
Digitama.
Digitama District.
Yeah.
British Broadcasting...
Dipshit.
Dildo, yeah.
Diarrhea.
Oh.
Diorama.
Oh, okay.
Diarrhea-rama.
Rama Future. I was trying to fit Futurama into there somewhere, and I don't know where I was.
Yeah. Can't fit an F in there.
Futuria, Rama, Raya.
But yeah, anyway, this one, it'll be filmed separately. It was being filmed separately, so it'll be a brand new special.
Okay,
so it'll be interesting to see what
on
they do.
its own then.
Yeah, with that.
So you have to wonder if they've already started filming
I would have thought
next
so.
gen.
Filming. Centenary Special was filmed through September 2021, concluding on 13th of October.
But I mean, so you must assume they're already starting to film the next lot, maybe. Depends on how much are they having a break or yeah.
But yeah, because I don't think they've even cast anyone yet.
And surely if they'd have started filming, but then like you could probably get away with. If you haven't announced anyone who's going to be cast, you can get away with filming a lot of it and no one knowing what the fuck you're doing.
That'd be
as long as you don't have a big blue box there.
Yeah. Yeah, we really hope that they don't announce who it is at all and it's a pure surprise.
Well, yeah, a lot of that is... that is probably me just wishing.
But if...
Fishful winking.
I don't know, because the 60th anniversary is next year. It'd be November, specifically.
Which might be... I wouldn't mind them maybe, like, taking almost a year's break if they maybe came back on the 60th.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. So they could... That seems the most likely, presumably.
That would be... You do with a little break, maybe, yeah.
Well, there was normally...
Give our Russell to Davis a good amount of time to perfect it again.
Well, if you think about when it used to be on in the autumn, so it would normally finish around November, wouldn't it? And then they'd spend the start of the year filming, and the next series would be out next September. So it's actually not much different if this special is on late in the year. It's just like a regular production block. Especially if they have shorter series.
if the next series, not necessarily starting for the 60th, but having
Finishing.
its series final on the
Yeah,
60th,
that would be very cool.
and having like a big, bombastic, telefantastic, wiki wiki wocky boom boom Doctor Who episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a well, you'd studied media, so you would know these technical terms.
Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
I could be a
wouldn't have
little
known
bit
that one.
wrong.
Well,
The well is truly dried out, I think. I don't know.
the well is shut. It was made by those who are dead,
Ooh,
and the
well is
dead
shut.
keep it.
that's a quote from something I don't know.
Quote from the Lord of the Rings.
Okay. I
Which one
like
of the
Lord of the Rings. I was never big on it, though.
I've read the Silmarillion multiple times.
Ooh.
I love it. It's one of those things like how I'm into history as well. I can tell you certain things about certain periods of history. I kind of have that knowledge with the world of Lord of the Rings as well.
Not fantasy, but specifically Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Like I've literally read basically history books about that world. So I'm looking forward, stroke worried about the new Amazon Prime series that they're making. It's set in a period that wasn't covered by any of the sort of,
Long ago in
Extra
a ring
books or
far,
whatever.
far away.
Yeah. So yeah, it's set in a period that hasn't been covered in any of the stories, but I feel like they're definitely going to put things in there that don't tie in with the established chronology. I feel like that's inevitable, because the Wheel of Time showrunner came out with all this bollocks about respecting the story, and then the actual thing came out, and I was just like, you've made decisions that you really didn't need to make. You've made it worse. But so I assume that the Lord of the Rings series is going to do a similar thing. But well,
It's the way of things.
yeah. It's just really pissed me off. Like, oh yeah, I'm a fan. A suspicion was aroused when I watched an interview with him, and he pronounced one of the main characters' names wrong. And there is a pronunciation guide in the back of every single book. And I was like, you're that big a fan, are you?
I don't read past the end part at the back of the book. Who does that?
Because
When it says the end, that means it's the fucking end.
yeah. What's the rest of it? It's just adverts or something, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought it was just going to be the next time trailer for the next book. I didn't want to spoil myself.
It's the classifieds.
Yeah. I had a
There's
quick
the
flick.
sports.
Double check there wasn't like a Marvel end credit scene, but there wasn't. It was just a bunch of like publisher notes and shit. So I thought I got to the end. I was done. I was fine.
But yeah, I was totally on board with them having to change things because you have to. And he was saying about, like, we could have this location, but that's a whole other set we have to build and all of that sort of stuff that goes into that. More crew, more time, more locations, etc. So we've just cut them out of this series, squeezed their storyline down for next series, and moved an important character to a different location. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I can understand that. But then they also made changes that they just seems like they just did it because they thought that they were a better writer than the writer of the award-winning acclaimed book series. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wasn't there like
pisses me off
rumors
anytime.
they were gonna?
It's like the book did it this way, but I think it'd be funnier if it goes like this, or this will be a bit bantery if I throw this in, or
Wasn't there like rumors they were gonna put like nudity in it, like Game of Thrones? And people got like really pissed off because it's
Right,
so unnecessary.
Lord of the Rings. Is
Yeah,
that?
they were like,
yeah.
I don't know if they still are, but I know loads of fans were outraged by it because it was unnecessary. Like the Lord of the Rings films were made with no nudity, and they got like 10 odd Oscars.
Yeah. I read.
It's so unnecessary.
Well, they recently released some images from the series. I was reading an article that had the images in them, and the people behind this series were saying that they I can't remember whether they said specifically, but they said like, Lord of the Rings has never been about that, so that's not something we're thinking about, or something like that. So
good.
hopefully they
But body parts.
I know. There was it does.
How will we sell the show?
Game of Thrones has really started something with that. It was even in the first series of The Witcher. There was this there's this character. I mean, she's
stunning
looking.
Wait till Russell T Davies comes back.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's a really good looking woman. I don't know if I can complain, but it was like, in one scene, she just randomly like had her top off, and I was like, why has she not got her top on? She like took her top on her bra off to do a spell or something, and it was like, why?
Just continuity, man.
Yeah.
We lost something here. Literally, we've just passed the scene. What happened?
Now she's in.
Where's her? Where your clothes at?
But now it's kind of, you can kind of see how that industry must work, because now there's a second series, and I guess she's probably more famous and has more bargaining power. I'm only halfway through the second series, but she hasn't had her boobs out yet in this series, which kind of makes you think when it's your first major role, there's probably just someone going, oh, go on, just it's only a little scene, it'll be all right. And you think, well, I want this job, so I'm going to do it, sort of thing, isn't it? Which is quite. I'm assuming that's how it works.
Shouldn't be how it works, you know.
Yeah, it shouldn't be how it works, but I'm assuming it is, because you had that in Game of Thrones as well, didn't you? Where, as the series went on, the main characters were nude less and less because they started saying, "We don't need to be nude all the time. We're actors."
Yeah.
Nudeless. That sounds like a word in its own.
Nudeless.
Nudeless. Nudeful, nudeless.
Yes, the series so far is nudeless.
Oh. Yeah.
Also, hasn't been that great.
Witcher
Series 2 is fine, but I haven't been keeping up with it that much. I have been catching up on South Park. They did a few vaccination specials. I watched one of them the other day. It was really, really good. Much better than their previous series, if I'm honest.
I haven't kept up with a lot of, like, American animated sitcoms in a long time.
You've not been watching Lower Decks?
What?
Did you not know about that? What? I just heard about it yesterday. I saw someone mention it online.
What's is this like? It's going to be another family-based sitcom about a mum, a dad, a talking animal,
and they're talking tribble.
They're talking tribble. That's it. Janeway's like the archetype grandmother character. Yeah, I don't know where to go with the rest, but yeah.
Anyway.
Lower Dicks, I remember. I watched that on gayfrit.eu.
Was that where they got the dicks on their knees or something? Oh yeah, because then they could just like walk up behind two people.
Fair enough. I was just gonna say, just see how
put some on their elbows,
low inside someone you could get it. But
oh, actually, in channel news, I have finished re-uploading Digimon
British
World
channel or the
La Manche. They're my channel. I finished uploading all of the Digimon World Next Order backlog.
Oh shit!
And I've done the post-game highlights, which will be brand new to the internet.
Oh, okay.
So that
just the pre channel cyber stuff
Cybergunk,
basically. Yeah.
So
the pre what is it? What's like the pre-birth?
The water breaking. What?
I don't know.
Contractions.
Yeah, the water broke when we got its own channel. So what was like the pregnancy of the channel?
It's
I
the
guess. Yeah.
So the next order will conclude on the 28th of February, and then it'll be Cyber Sleuth. I'm wondering whether I just want to like bulk publish the Cyber Sleuth ones all in one go, seeing as that series is actually already ongoing on the same channel. I don't want it to be like, Cyber Sleuth 1, Cyber Sleuth 112, Cyber Sleuth 2, Cyber Sleuth 3, Cyber Sleuth 113. I just don't know if that might be a bit weird.
Yeah.
I might just say, look, I'm going to... To be fair, the only person that watches them is Panstool, so just say... Yeah. I'll just say it here. You might just see them all appear in one go.
Yeah, no, just to fill in the list, basically, for completion's sake.
Yeah. Rather than
Fuck.
pissing about with, because there's 40 of them to do, rather than taking another few months of one a day in between the other ones, I'll just upload them when I can and bulk publish them. Yeah, I think I've talked about
No,
it. It's
that
helped
makes
me
sense,
decide.
yeah. It will unfortunately not give you like an upload a day sort of thing.
No, but
Which
that's make any
might
difference.
It might have made the odd view difference every year or so, but
Yeah, I was hoping that the whole Rotten Saga of the other stuff might have attracted a couple of new viewers or something whilst that was ongoing, but it hasn't really, unfortunately. No one cares about Digimon. Must be how it goes.
yeah. Well, no one cares about Cyber Sleuth at least.
Well, no. Well, no, I meant like the...
Let's see what happens when
To be
Origimon
fair,
World comes.
We've had a couple of comments about Origimon, about those re-uploads, but like I have said to them, look, you've got about what did we have in the original one? It was like 130 episodes or something, wasn't it? In X, I mean.
Yeah.
I said to them, look, you've got loads of episodes left. There are highlight videos on the channel if you want to watch them. I mean, we'll be coming back to it someday. But yeah, because I always
Not too far away, hopefully.
when people just stumble upon your channel and it's a really old video, I always feel like I've got to warn them not to expect that I'm going to be uploading that. They've got to actually work through a backlog which is cool if they want to do it. I'm happy for them to. Nothing against that, but I would feel like I ought to warn them. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we've had a few people saying, "I love this game" and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Michael Price. Shout out to Michael Price. Your commentary is gold. Keep it up. Got a sub, he said.
Oh, okay.
So you can bask in that glory as well, Ozzy.
Yeah, he said which of we don't know which of us he was talking about. Yeah.
We'll split it 50-50 until he clarifies.
Okay. So, haven't I said before that we kind of both make one funny person between us?
Yeah. I think you've said before we just make one person between us.
Yeah, it's like a lot. Yeah, we can only kind of just about barely pull off being half of a normal person. So together we can kind of pull off something.
Unfortunately, the other half of each of us is fucking bizarre. So when we're together, it also makes one fucking bizarre person.
Oh yeah. So there's always two people in the room, but one of them's always fucking
The other one is Valkyra Sonaro, or someone else who left us some nice comments. Who is a German person who does like unsheathing videos of the Digimon cards from the card game. Which I'll give him I want to give him a shout out because their videos are really good ASMR stuff. They're like unintentional ASMR. It's good, and things like that work better when you don't speak the language either, because you're just focusing more on the sound. So that's my ASMR pick.
Okay.
And then someone called Pantstool has commented on one of them as well.
But I haven't heard of him before.
They'll have to move Doctor Who to Sunday. That was oddly prophetic.
Is that on like an old Digimon one or something?
Yeah. Digimon World XLIX. Bombshell inflation. Cromoni has commented as well. A year ago he commented. Is he still around? We'll have to do big shout out in our next batch.
Yeah. We'll have to. Well, I'm sure we'll have to definitely have some kind of nostalgic first episode when we eventually go back to Origimon as well.
Yeah. There we are. Well, that was a fun little trip down memory lane. It started off as memory lane because I was talking about the lady with the boobs out, and it became memory lane.
Oh, my memory lane.
My memory.
My memory lane. Do. My memory lane.
Do.
Oh, okay.
I think a similar clip went into the post-game highlights, actually.
Oh.
So we got a chip that ended... The chip was called, like, something chip BM. So you can see where that was going.
Yeah. Chips and BNs.
So that's it for now from us.
That's that.
Hopefully, maybe we'll be back next week, assuming we're all fine. Well, we only need at least me and one other person is all we need. It's me that hasn't been here. That's been the problem. So yeah, there we are.
Yes.
Thanks for attempting to listen, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that shite.
And thanks for attempting to edit all this bollocks, future Christian.
Yeah. Bollock editing is my least favourite type of bollock or editing. You decide.
See, it's one of my more favourite types of editing, but I unfortunately don't get enough of it.
Well, on that bombshell, go away.
That bollock shell. Bull shell?
Is that like if you treat them rough, they develop a hard shell?
Oh, your bull bell.
Like a walnut.
Oh. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, let's leave it there.